What's going on YouTube? It's your boy BGC, aka Bands Go Crazy, and I'm back with another reaction, man. Hey, y'all can see what I got going on for y'all today. We got parents discover their teens' son horrifying crime. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Roll to 10. I said 10,000. I ain't there yet. Roll to 1,000 subscribers, man. You already know what the deal is, man. But hey, let's get right into this reaction, man. I'm live right now. Make sure you head over at Twitch TV/Bands Go Crazy, man. You already know that's where I'm at live right now. Bands Go Crazy, just like my YouTube. No cap. Hey, let's get it.
The EMS just pronounced her deceased.
Oh my God, man.
This is 14-year-old Porfirio Brown.
14.
And he's just been arrested for murder.
14. What was I doing at 14? Shit, playing the game. I know that for sure.
Earlier, Porfirio had claimed that the victim, 13-year-old Amber Archuleta, had been shot in a drive-by.
Well, my friend came knocking on the door and said someone shot my sister.
But as the police speak to more witnesses, serious doubt is cast on Porfirio's story.
And he points it at her, and she went to go like take it away from her face, right? All of a sudden, you just hear a boom. I look, and I see her fall to the ground.
On July 28th, 2023, in Cuesta, New Mexico, officers and EMS personnel responded to a residence following a report of a girl who'd been shot in the face in a random drive-by shooting. While the girl, 13-year-old Amber Archuleta, still had a pulse when they arrived, it was only a matter of time before things went south.
Here?
You said you do have a pulse?
Down.
To the area of
She alive?
Is there anything I can get?
Road again.
She still has a pulse, bud.
As the medical staff do their best to save Amber's life, officers manage the scene to ensure the medics are not disturbed. However, one person at the location keeps giving the officers a hard time as he tries to access Amber and check for her pulse.
I'm gonna have to ask you, bro. What you're doing right now is not helping. I'm gonna need you to either go sit down over here or just give us a second, okay? You don't need to be upset. I understand it's your sister. I understand, but what you're doing right now is I understand, but what you're doing right now is not helping. Okay, I'm not trying to be an asshole to you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not trying to be an asshole to you. I'm trying to help you, buddy. Okay? What you're doing right now isn't helping. Please just go over there with them.
All you guys doing is filling the pulse, so I don't think doing much.
Well, here's the thing, dude. The medics are on the way. All we can try to do is keep her alive while the medics are here. She is. She has a pulse.
How
So
good?
it's pretty good. So can you please just go over there and let us do our job, please? It's okay. It's okay, bud. I understand you're upset. I totally get it. Okay. We're gonna need you to back up, please. Please.
No.
Guys,
No.
being here is not gonna help.
No.
Believe me. Let us do
It's
our
my
job.
sister.
Let us do our
It's my
job.
sister.
Travis knows exactly
It's
what
my
he's doing.
sister.
Travis knows exactly
It's
what
my
he's doing.
sister.
I understand.
Is she alive?
The closer you are,
Does she?
the
So,
closer.
hold on.
Yes.
Does she have a pulse?
She has a pulse.
Right
okay?
now?
Yes.
Right
she
now?
has a pulse.
Right now?
I just need to step back for a second. I understand it's your sister. I understand you love her. We're gonna do everything we possibly can to help her. Okay? I promise you. I promise you that. Okay? It's okay. It's okay.
go.
I understand you're mad.
go.
I understand you're
Let
mad,
go.
bro. I'd be mad too.
Let go.
Buddy, I'm gonna need you to step back because
Let go.
they're working on her. Let them work
Okay,
on her.
I won't touch. I'll just
Stop yelling at
just
him.
wanna come close.
Stop freaking out. Just let us do our job. Okay?
That is Frankie Archuleta, Amber's brother. So his reaction at this point is understandable. But as we go deeper into this case, his role in her tragedy will shock you. But before that, let's go back to where it all started. The moment Amber's girlfriend, 14-year-old Kiana Gonzalez, made a frenzied call to the police. Backed up by Porfirio Brown and Frankie, she claimed that Amber had been shot in the face in a random drive-by shooting. Now, as Amber is being attended to, an officer gathered.
Okay, so is that what he told her? That's what I'm guessing. But there's no way she'll back that up. Unless she's either one involved or two, he told her. Right?
gathers information from Frankie.
Well, tell me what happened. Somebody needs to tell me what happened. We don't remember.
I'm out of it right now.
Does somebody pass by? Okay, who else is here? Is it just you guys?
Want to check the pulse?
I just did. It was there.
Where is she shot?
That's what I'm trying to
Maybe
find.
the front of the...
Can you show me on the street where it was?
Supposedly, it's a drive-by that happened near the road.
At this point, the officers are working with the drive-by story, so they go to the street to check for evidence.
I'm looking for a casing too down there. I'm not seeing anything yet. They said it happened down here on the street, and that's where I'm looking. I'm not sure if it was down here. He said it seemed like they carried it up here, but this was closed. So I'm guessing they carried it through here.
If you need to record anything over the internet, I cannot think of a more seamless.
Amid the flurry of activities, what Amber's family and friends fear most comes true. The officers quickly move to manage the situation effectively.
You called it.
Okay.
So we're gonna shut it down, clear the scene.
Your copy is down, great.
Thank you. Let's get some tape and
Start taping everything off.
tape everything off. Put the unit in the road. I want to block off whatever we can.
With the circumstances now changed, an officer approaches Porfirio to hear his side of the story.
Was she inside?
We drove her in here to get tissues.
From the front door?
Huh?
From the front door? Okay.
But she didn't get no blood because I grabbed the carpet and we kind of like wrapped her in it.
Okay. Who are you on the phone with?
My mom.
Can you show me where you got her from, please?
The road?
Yeah. Like where
I have to
specifically?
wait to my dad.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where she was at so I can secure the scene in that area.
It's right there by that dumpster. You know, by the red house?
Wait, oh, down the road further?
Like just right there by that red house?
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
So you carried her all the way over here?
Well, my friend came knocking on the door and said someone shot my sister.
Porfirio alleged that he'd observed a suspicious black SUV with tinted windows drive by his home. Now, he has just claimed that his friend, Frankie, rushed to their home and said that his sister, Amber, had been shot on the street. He then added that the two of them went down to the road and brought her back to the house. However, when the officers speak to the 911 caller, 14-year-old Kiana Gonzalez, glaring inconsistencies in Porfirio's and Frankie's accounts.
No way. There's no way, both of y'all. There's no way, both of them, right?
Start to
There's
emerge.
No way.
We were all chilling, having a good old time, and we just like went to his backyard and like we're done messing with his goats and shit. And we ended up going to the front, and we ended up going back into his house. And then next thing you know, he pulls out, I think it's a revolver, the one that has like a spinning barrel.
Okay.
He pulls out one of those.
It was a handgun?
Yeah. And then he ends up pointing it at her, and she went to go.
Give me 1 second, okay? Pulled out a 22. Was it a 22? What kind of revolver do you know?
I don't know my guns.
You just know that it was a revolver handgun, right?
Yeah, all I know is one of those that spin.
Got you.
And he points it at her, and she went to go like take it away from her face, right? All of a sudden, you just hear a boom. I look, and I see her fall to the ground. Next thing you know, she starts to bleed.
So he shot her in the face with the handgun?
Yeah,
Where were you guys when he shot her with the handgun?
I think the kitchen.
You guys were inside the house when it happened?
Yeah.
Kiana, Porfirio, Frankie, Amber, and another juvenile were at Porfirio's home listening to music when they decided to check out Porfirio's father's guns. At some point, Porfirio pointed his gun at Amber's face, and when she moved it away from him, things went awry.
And he points it at her, and
So, yo, homie? That's your friend. He just shot your sister in the face and you just... What?
she like
What am I? There's no way I'm hearing this.
And that's when you just hear the loud bang and a little bit of a light. And then she drops. And next thing you know, she just starts to bleed.
Okay.
As the officers continue to question more witnesses, Porfirio and Frankie's account comes undone even more.
At what point did somebody start cleaning up blood?
I think I really didn't see him do it all that much, but
Man,
This is
say
crazy.
something. Is it okay if I speak to him? Tell him what he wanted you to help him do. He asked you to help him carry you to the roadside. He could say it was a
very true.
drive-by.
when I forgot about that, but when like he was like over there when he said he was gonna kill himself, he kept asking me, or like, and like, if like to get her to the road, to say like somebody drove by and shot her, like a drive-by.
There was a story of a vehicle driving by.
Oh. Yeah, he made that story up whenever he shot her and took her outside. When
What did he tell you about that?
He tried to make up the story that a drive-by happened like right next to that dumpster in front of his on the road. Tried to say a drive-by happened right there, and that her brother went to his house freaking out about it, and they ended up dragging her over there.
It has emerged that Porfirio shot Amber and dragged her body outside near a...
Bro, no way the brother just in on this whole shit. Bro, like, you telling me that you just gonna be cool with that? Like, bro, what is he thinking? I understand the nigga 14, but still.
A road. He then asked the other teens to confirm the drive-by shooting story. As the officer continues to gather more information from the teen, another officer meets Amber's father. At this point, he can only hope that the medical teams are doing their best and his daughter will be okay. However, all that is about to be shattered.
Hi, sir. I understand, sir. Can you talk to me for just a couple minutes? Sorry. The EMS just pronounced her deceased.
Oh my gosh, bro.
God, man.
So,
She's gone. What? She's gone.
Oh my gosh.
Can I please go see her?
yes, sir. I'll have one of my guys meet
She
you.
need to stop. She need to get out the car. She gonna mess around, and crash or some shit, boy. She took off immediately.
Block this
Yeah,
off.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
404, 406. You have the father walking in now. He's got carpenter knee pads on, a blue t-shirt and a baseball cap. I'm sorry, sir. My condolences. I'm honestly, I'm gonna do my damnedest to figure out what happened. I'm sorry.
I don't know, but my son called me oh God, I know I can't be.
The officers now know that Amber was shot in the kitchen of Porfirio's home. They've already secured the scene of her demise, and it's time to go into the house. Inside, they speak to Porfirio's father, 39-year-old William Brown.
Is that anywhere else?
No, I was out there looking for a casing, looking for blood. The only thing I found are like footprints and stuff like that. And is that yours?
Yeah, that's mine.
What the? I can't find anything. All right, well, I'll go hang out outside and let you do your thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna change because we have the sheet and stuff out. That's why we had the gates closed. So we gotta lock up everything.
Fair enough.
So they don't go take off on us.
All right, I know it sucks, but just don't clean that for me. I'm having state police come, so we're gonna do the whole 9 yards. Just so you know.
Okay.
A while later, officers collect evidence from the house. Outside, an officer tells Porfirio that he can't go back into the house. The officer also doesn't forget to mention something important to guarantee everyone's safety.
I just can't have you inside the house with the firearms and stuff, okay? I know you're not gonna do anything, but...
Minutes passed, and at some point, William called their attorney. Unaware of this development, an officer knocked on the door to speak to William, only to hit a snag in an already complicated case.
Porfirio, it's Officer Mata with State Police, bro. Come on out. Come on out, man.
He's not talking to nobody.
We're gonna sit over here, bro.
He's not sitting over here.
Oh, it's your boy?
Yeah, it's my boy. We talked to an attorney. Any question, anything can be done through him.
Okay, we're just trying to make sure. Is this the scene where it happened?
It is
well,
now.
the body's in the back. There's no scene. There's nothing in here.
Okay, I need you guys to step on out.
Brown, come on.
We can't. No.
I need you guys to step on out.
You have a warrant?
There's gonna be be a warrant. We have detectives on the way. We need you guys to step on out now.
We've tried cooperating. These guys have already let people go that were here.
So what's the issue?
There's an issue because why are we supposed to stay here?
You live here?
Yeah, I live here. This is my home.
Okay. Are there any neighbors that we can talk to?
There's
where you can hang out?
No. There's not.
What's your name, bro?
William Brown. William Brown. There's not any neighbors we can hang out. What are we supposed to do?
Huh?
What are we supposed to do?
Well, step on out.
No.
We have detectives on the way. They're going to interview you.
No, they're not. An attorney is going to be present.
You can call your attorney to come on down. We'll talk to
We're not talking. They said you guys can wait to schedule. You guys can call LMIS's office.
Okay, that's fine. We'll have him come down if he wants to talk to us now. We're not going to be calling anybody.
We're not going to be...
We have investigations to do, man.
Well, we're not
going to
find
out what's going on.
These guys have already let people go that were involved.
Okay, probably because they already have their contact information, dude. We're stepping in, and we have our detectives from state police coming over.
And?
By refusing the officers access to his house, William has frustrated their efforts. However, the officers have no idea that he is only getting started.
As far as you, would you be okay to give us a statement?
I wasn't even home.
Okay, so you just got here just now, or did you just get here after the incident?
Yeah. I was at work when my son called me about it happening.
Did your son tell you anything like that?
He just said that there was a girl that was shot and he didn't know what to do.
Did he say who shot the girl?
You can't go, Ashley, you can't go there.
Did he say who shot the girl?
He said a black SUV.
While William had tried to point the officers to the drive-by story, they just didn't buy it. After thoroughly checking the scene, they determined that didn't happen, concluding that Porfirio was involved. With that, only one course of action remained.
Where are you taking him?
To a unit.
What unit? Well, did you bring the unit to the house?
No, we're walking down to Main Street.
For what? For what?
That's all I
What you mean for what?
I think it's pretty obvious he's being detained.
Well, but what? He didn't do nothing.
Listen, he's being detained.
Nigga, bro, like, hey, when niggas be like this, like, I understand it's your kid, bro, but like, my nigga, come on now. Happened in your kitchen. In your kitchen, bro. Like, I don't understand how he think they're not going to
He's
just.
being detained with us. That's it. That's gonna be in the end of it. Okay. He's not leaving the road. He's just gonna sit in this.
You guys can't bring him to the house, the unit to the house?
No, because it's a crime scene. I can't let anyone in there.
So that's the other thing. How long is this gonna take?
As long as it takes. I can't give you an answer because
no, I know, but how long is this going to take? Because, you know, we don't have a place to go.
12 to 24 hours.
I just got to hold on to you, okay?
We don't have another place to go.
Is that better?
I mean, you appreciate that there's a dead girl on your porch, right?
Yeah.
I don't have an option either. So you have nowhere to go, but I don't have an option.
Before leading him into a squad, an officer reads Porfirio his Miranda rights.
Before I speak to you, I'm only going to ask you two things, but before I speak to you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do, and it will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one can be provided to you at no cost. You also have the right to have your parent present during questioning. Do you understand your rights? Okay.
After being placed in handcuffs, the officers start leading Porfirio to a squad car. Meanwhile, his father gives the officers a tough time.
I'm not square up with him.
Stop. I'm not. We're just squaring up to him. Well, he's telling my attitude sucks.
Well, don't stop.
Well, what do you expect?
You have a dead girl in your... you not understand the severity of this?
I do.
Sure. Go that way.
I've been trying to cooperate with the cops.
Hold on.
Well, they're taking him. He said I could walk with you guys.
You need to calm down.
I am, but
I
your
don't
officer...
want to put you in
I
cuffs.
wasn't even talking to them.
And I just told him to leave so he didn't aggravate you anymore. But you can't keep doing this because then I'll put you in cuffs. And I don't want to do that. You've done nothing wrong.
A few minutes later, that's exactly what happens. William, too, has been an offender all along, and he is about to face the consequences.
We've got information about what all took place, and as far as a black SUV, that's not panning out. Okay, does that make sense?
If you're saying I can't tell you because I was at work.
Okay, and I get that, but another thing that you need to understand is there's a lot of guns in that house, right? Mm-hmm. And none of them are secured?
Most of them are secured. I have a few that are out.
You have a few that are out. Okay, with that right there, you have your hands, put your hand on your back.
I don't understand this. Can you just explain it to me?
That, bro. Yeah, that's your gun. Your kid got your gun. Yeah.
So
They not secured. You just said I got a few of them out. With kids in the house, them guns got to be secure. You can't just be having them on the table. Can't just be like, oh, I got this one under my pillow. My kid don't go in my room. Nah, we need them secured in a locker or in a safe. Something that when you open that bitch, you can close that motherfucker lock and you got the key. That's it. Look at her trying to record on the low.
William had a lot of guns in the house, and none of them were secured. Elsewhere, in a shocking display of complete ignorance of the severity of the offense he's just committed, Porfirio makes a disturbing claim. Listen to this squad car audio.
Let me okay? I love you, okay?
They ain't got nothing on me, I ain't worried.
Barb.
They ain't got nothing on me, so I ain't do nothing.
It's okay. Just keep your mouth quiet. We have a lawyer. It's gonna be okay, but you're gonna have to drink something.
I can't. Bro, my wrists are all getting cut into.
Down. You have to settle down. You have to be calm right now, okay?
My wrists are getting cut into.
It's okay. Here. Barb, I know.
I can't.
You're arrested. I can't do anything about that.
William was later charged with negligent making a firearm accessible to a minor.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
Resulting in death. He became the first person charged under the March 2023 Benny's Law that allowed a parent to be charged if they didn't properly store a firearm before their child used it to commit a crime. The law is named after Benny Hargrove, an Albuquerque middle schooler who was shot and killed by a fellow student. The suspect allegedly used his father's gun to shoot the boy during recess. Porfirio faced charges for shooting and killing 13-year-old Amber. He also faced a second-degree murder charge, tampering with evidence, and attempted assault of a peace officer charges for the shooting. He was booked into a
What about the brother?
juvenile detention center, but later released to live with his grandparents.
Judge Jeffrey Shannon ruled the teenager should be released with an ankle monitor to his grandparents in Carlsbad.
Because Porfirio insisted that he never pulled the trigger, his case went to trial in March 2024.
Nah. There's no way that the brother was actually the one that pulled the trigger. Oh my gosh. Is this real?
4. The first major evidence presented in court was the disturbing 911 call made by Amber's 14-year-old girlfriend, Kiana Gonzalez. While Kiana had claimed that Amber had been shot in a drive-by, the court learned that Porfirio had accidentally shot Amber while playing with a revolver at his parents' home. An autopsy confirmed this when bullet fragments were found in Amber's brain and at the back of her head. However, the weapon's whereabouts were suspiciously unknown.
The gun mysteriously disappeared after that time period. It's understandable for this family to be extremely upset by this process because it's been extremely hard on them.
Kiana and Frankie described what happened that day. They
Wait.
said they were hanging out and herding sheep when Porfirio suddenly pulled out the revolver. Gonzalez recalled that the gun was black with a wooden handle. She saw a flash, and Amber immediately fell to the ground. At first, she thought Amber had pushed the gun away from her face before it fired.
And he points it at her, and so she went to go move it. And that's when you just hear the loud bang and a little bit of a light. And then she drops, and next thing you know, she just starts screaming.
Okay.
Later, she said Amber and Porfirio had been playfully struggling over the gun when it went off. They insisted there was no anger or fighting before the shot was fired. After the shooting, he dragged her body outside near the road and tried to convince Frankie and Kiana to lie about the incident, saying it was a drive-by shooting. However, both teens refused to help him move the body or continue the false story. New Mexico State Police investigator Shane Faulkner testified that officers found multiple firearms inside Brown's home. Among them were an AK-47, shotguns, .22 caliber rifles, and boxes of ammunition.
Can you describe what is in this photo then? So that's typically called an AK-47. Okay. And where was it located? It would have been in the closet to this room.
Prosecutors believed one of the missing weapons, a cowboy-style revolver with a wooden handle, was the one used to shoot Amber. This revolver belonged to Porfirio's grandmother, Wanda Graham, who said it was given to her as a gift just a month before the shooting. However, she left it at her home in Carlsbad when she traveled to Taos for the hearing. Both of Porfirio's parents, William Brown and Ashley Baumgartner, along with his 16-year-old sister, Alexis Brown, testified in court. They said the family was trained in gun safety and knew about the weapons in the home. However, they could not say exactly how many guns were in the house. Baumgartner estimated there were at least 20. Alexis Brown said the guns were always locked away, but investigators found weapons easily visible in bedrooms and the living room. Faulkner testified that blood was found in multiple places inside the Brown home, including the kitchen, laundry room, and bedrooms. According to Gonzalez and Frankie, Porfirio had tried to clean up the blood before the police arrived. When Porfirio called his mother to tell her about the shooting, he claimed it was the result of a drive-by. Before the trial, Gonzalez and Frankie described Porfirio as a close friend. Gonzalez said she had known him since kindergarten and had never been afraid of him. However, they had now become key witnesses in the case against him. Present at the hearing were Amber's father, Joshua Archuleta, and her family. Joshua appeared devastated and struggled to come to terms with what had happened. He shared memories of his daughter, saying she loved music and played the guitar. Just the day before her death, she had spent hours in her room practicing a Justin Bieber song until she had mastered it. William Brown went to trial too, but a jury found him not guilty in June 2024.
His father, William Brown, found not guilty back in June.
Porfirio's case ended in a hung jury in March 2024, after the jury failed to reach a unanimous verdict. According to Porfirio's lawyer, the jury came to an 8-4 vote. This revelation was hard on Amber's family.
Of course, very disappointed that it wasn't a guilty verdict. But being a hung jury, my thoughts were there were some people in that jury that believe that he's guilty.
He was expected to go on trial again in August 2024, but he pleaded guilty to tampering with evidence. Porfirio was subsequently given 1 year of probation, and his other charges were dropped. On July 31st, 2023, at Eagle Rock Lake, Amber's family, friends, and community members gathered to remember her and call for change. Many people spoke about the need for more accountability,
That's crazy,
especially when it comes to guns.
I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy.
Amber's aunt, said that people can't just ignore warning signs. If someone knows that a person carries a gun, they should speak up before something terrible happens. Amber's family shared their pain and love for her. Glenda called Amber their beautiful niece and talked about how the entire community was grieving. In small towns like Cuesta, everyone knows each other, which makes a tragedy like this even harder to bear. People came from far away, including those the family hadn't seen in decades, to show their support. Amber's friends also spoke, remembering her unique personality. One friend recalled seeing Amber at school every day and greeting her with a hug, even though Amber wasn't a big fan of hugs. But despite that, Amber was always there when her friends needed her. Another person shared a similar story, laughing about how they would chase Amber around, trying to get a hug. It was little moments like that that made her special. Aunt Edith used the moment to remind everyone that life is not like a video game. When someone is shot, they don't get back up. It's final. She urged parents to keep guns locked away and out of reach of children, emphasizing that guns are dangerous and real. Amber's death left a deep scar on her community. Her family, friends, and neighbors all came together to honor her memory and call for action. They didn't just want to grieve. They wanted to prevent tragedies like this from happening again. Amber was more than just a victim. She was a bright, loving person who made an impact on everyone who knew her. If you enjoy true crime videos like this, like...
Hey man, that was parents discover their teen son's horrifying crime. I ain't gonna lie. For him to only get off on what was it? A tampering with evidence charge and get 1 year of probation? Ooh. That's accident or not, she still died. And it's like somebody gotta be held accountable for that, bro. Cause she's not coming back. It's not like she survived. If she would have survived and then she would have just been shot, then okay, I could see like but like nah, bro. They gotta be held accountable. Even for that, they gotta be held accountable. But you know what I'm saying? It's not. She'll still be here, like you know what I'm saying? Like, but she's not. So it's like, bro, somebody gotta be held accountable for this. Has to, bro. But hey, let me know how y'all feel about the reaction to that video all down below in the comments, man. Make sure you go tap into the Twitch at Bands Go Crazy, man. I'll be live every day, late night. Not gonna lie. I be loving the late night streams, man. But if y'all want some earlier streams, I'm gonna try and get some earlier streams in for y'all. But hey, I'm out this thing, man. It's your boy BGC, aka Bands Go Crazy. And I'm gonna catch y'all the next one, man. Gang.